Hey everyone, welcome to Live Chat Tuesday number 260. Annyeonghaseyo, Yolobun. So that's hello everyone. If you are watching the replay, please leave me a comment in the comment section, hit the like button. And if you are currently here with me live, please leave me a comment in the chat, let me know you're here, and hit the like button as well. So, let me get rid of this ad. I cannot see the chat. There it goes. Put it back on top, chat. I hate that. Hello, Patricia. Welcome in. How you doing? She says, hi, Crystal and everyone in the chat. It's time to party and talk about fun things and snacks, like we always do. So I actually started crocheting on something. Can y'all believe it? I've been crocheting 2 months. Maybe even more. Welcome in, Monique. How are you? Aw, thank you, Kendra, and welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. Did you ever get back home, Patricia, or are you still kind of like on a vacay? You're doing great, Monique. Good. You're gonna be lurking. That is fine. Oh. My neck just popped like 3 times. So good. So I did start, like I said, I started on a crochet project. I wanted something to crochet because I haven't crocheted in probably 3 months. So maybe 2.5. So I just started technically a granny square blanket. Just something mindless, easy to do, you know. So, but I'm using, thank you, Dina, and welcome in. I am using, that's loud. I am using some of the yarn that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to alternate. After I use one skein, go to the next, and so it'll be like big stripes of that one skein. I'm back and got a bit of a setback. I'll have to tell you about it. Today is for fun. I can't wait to see your blanket. I actually left it in the room because I went to go get the other ball of yarn. I had like a tail about that long, and I was like, okay, so I need to go grab, and I left it. But I'll go get it here in a second and show everybody. Write down Dina. Well, I'm glad you made it back safe, and I will be right back. Let me go grab my project. Well, forgot I had already pulled out the tail to tie in to the other skein. So this one is just, you know, basic continuous. No. It's not continuous. I'm doing one edge around and then slip stitching and then chaining up and turning. So this is what I have so far. It's just a big granny square. But this is where I slip stitch in between the stitches, the clusters, and then chain up, and then I turn and go back around. It makes it more square instead of when you do continuous and keep going on the same side, it makes it a little offset and wonky. But this one, it's all I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby. But the color, where is is the peacock tails. So it has different shades of what would be in a peacock, I guess. But I started it out like, you know, the normal granny stitch. And I left my tail so I know which side I want as the back. And then Mama's bringing her blankets too. Hey, KimG, welcome in. And then the next one I'm adding is camo. I'm going to make, it's all different variegated colors. So, I mean, I'm just kind of doing it on a whim. But this one's ombre and this one was print. So, but the color for this is green camo. So, and Mama made some little booties for a lady that is having a baby, and a baby blanket with scalloped edges. And then she made another one. I think she might have shown this one to y'all when she was working on it. Yeah. And this one has sparkle in it. I don't know if y'all can see. Get it real close and you can kind of see the sparkle in it. Wait. Booties. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I do at night when I can't sleep.
Love the colorway. Yeah, I thought it's pretty too. I'm just taking a bunch of the different Hobby Lobby yarn and just gonna use one skein, attach it to the next at the ends. Like this one, I have that much left, so I'll take the end, tie them together, keep going, and do that. So it'll, and I do have a color scheme. I have like 3 of these colors and it will alternate. I have 2 of these, 3, like, no, 2 that have like purple and white, and then it's gonna be certain colors. It's gonna go in a pattern. So at the end, it will end on the outside with this next to this, and it will begin with this one and then that one. So I do have a plan for, I don't know how big it's gonna actually be, but I know the bigger it gets, the more yarn it takes to get around. So I think I have like 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 skeins of yarn for it. So I think it'll be enough. Frankenstein blanket. Yeah. Ah, my cat just jumped. Oh, that's so pretty, Miss Patricia. Patricia says, I've never made granny square blanket. Really? That is the easiest thing to do. It's pretty mindless, you know. I mean, I'm kind of doing it slightly different. I'm not chaining one in between like the stitches. You have the 3 and then I'm just going to the next space, which it would just be in between the clusters. So I'm doing 3, 3, but in each corner I chain 2 to make it, give it a corner. So, and it also makes it less open, less space. So hopefully a lot of air will not get through it. He loves those kinds. Man, you can't you can't type today. It's okay. You like the border. Diana Crane likes the border on yours. Diana Crane likes the border. She made it up. That's usually what she does, is she just kind of goes with the flow. been a bit of a challenge. I get my hand cramps due to the spaces also in the granny squares. So I mean, I tried to like minimize the space. When it's too big, it hurts my hands. But yeah, I wanted something to crochet, and granny square is pretty forgiving because like even if you do a cluster of 2 or 4, it doesn't really affect your stitch count because you're skipping, you know, and you don't need a set number of stitches unless you get to where you're doing like a solid border. Then that's when the stitch count matters. So I just wanted something mindless, like when I'm watching TV and not having to read subtitles or anything like that. I could work on something. Thank you, Diana. How you get the center started? Okay, so you do like either a chain 3 or chain 4 and kind of make a circle, or you can do like the magic ring. And you technically you just chain up 2 after you make the magic ring, and then do 3 doubles, a chain 1, 3 doubles, chain 1, and you do that like 4 times to make it a little square. So you chain up 2, you do 3 doubles crochet, a chain 1, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, chain 1, and then 3, 6, 9, 12. You need 12 double crochets. And then you slip stitch, chain up 2, turn your work, and then go into the space. Like you might have to slip stitch back into where one of the stitches, like the chain 1 is, and then you chain up 2, and then don't count that as a stitch. Just kind of ignore that it's there, and then do 3 double crochets, chain 2 to make your corner, and then another 3 double crochets. It's kind of hard to without figuring it out. Like actually talking about it is harder to do than, yeah. So you're going to set up your corners first. So in each space of the 3 double crochet, 4 sets of them, you would do corners. So in each space you would do 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. Then you skip to the next chain 1 space from the beginning, and then do another corner, 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. And you just do that 2 more times, slip stitch into the first double crochet, turn, chain up 2, turn your work, and then just keep going. And it adds 1 stitch on 1 cluster on each side. There's many different tutorials out there, honey. But hopefully that helps a little bit. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to understand if you're not watching it happen. But yeah. My chat jumped. I saw somebody asked, how do you end the rows on that blanket? Technically what I do after it's been getting started, like you can see here, this is where I ended. Actually, let me flip it around. I slip stitched into this one, and then I chained 2, and then turned my work, and I did 3 doubles, and I just go back around, and when I get back here, I finish the 3 stitches here, and then slip stitch into my first double, and then I chain up 2, turn, and it's technically my starting point is now in the very middle of the block instead of in a corner where it's like an odd way to, you'd have to back stitch or, you know, slip stitch or something like that. But anyway, hopefully that helps, Kim. I knitted while I was gone and had to end up wearing my wrist brace for a couple of days. Oh no. Nightbot is busy today. Yeah, Nightbot's always busy. Hey Sally, welcome in. Oh good. I'm glad I explained it pretty good. I mean, I could do a tutorial if y'all wanted a tutorial on it. I'm pretty sure there are tons of tutorials on granny squares, but everybody learns different, and it wouldn't take no time at all to film it, really. It goes pretty quick. So, I mean, being a granny square, you know. And I have done continuous granny squares. Like say you end up in the corner, but when it's not a perfect square, it's always kind of like a square that's offset. So it's like when you do it continuous on one side, it makes it kind of look cat-cornered, you know, a little off center. And so I like doing it this way. When you turn your work, it makes it more even and more square. Hi Diana D, welcome in. It helps you not see the beginning and the end of the rows. Very, very true. Unless it's like a big color change in the middle, even though this yarn is, you know, you don't really tell the color change except, you know, like the green and the blue here. But it still kind of blends in. That's the good thing with variegated, because it, you know, I call it variegated, but it's slightly different. Variegated is short color repeats, I believe, but still colored yarn hides your slip stitches and stuff like that. Plus you're also crocheting over where you slip stitch. You never made one either, Dana? Oh, it's so mindless, you know. I mean, for those of y'all that have not made it, try just a little, like a little square, you know, kind of, and you could make a coaster out of it. Big enough for you to either set a glass on or a coffee cup on, and just, you know, work a little bitty granny square. And all you do with the blanket is just keep going, make it bigger, you know. But blankets are my least favorite thing to make, but I wanted something that I could keep working on and not have to worry about doing an actual pattern. So, hey Bridget, welcome in. Let's see. Those are the blankets I was taught by my grandma. Yeah. Did you put your friendship square together last year? I join in the corner to correct that issue and no seam left. Well, I mean, the way I'm doing it, I'm turning rows, so you don't really see it too much. But yeah, there is a way like you could actually stay in the corner, but I don't think that's when you turn your work, really. So, I mean, unless you know a different way. I mean, mine has always worked to where it's in the middle of the square. So, hey, Angela Wright, welcome in. She is drinking water, working on her triangles. And there's Vicky, welcome in. And Seta, hi Seta, welcome in. I've done one C2C blanket, and it was like a small little throw, but it was with, oh, what was that yarn? Where it's a huge ball of yarn and it's plush. I know the name and it's not coming to me. But my brain don't want to work. I did one, so out of that yarn. I think it's like I want to make a blanket or something like that, and it's like has the pattern in with that yarn. That's the only ever C2C that I did. Yes, I join in the corner with a half. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Into the top of the first stitch. No need to turn. No visible seam. Yes, I've done it that way too. But when I do continuous on one side, it always makes the square kind of turn. So that's why I like doing it that way. But everybody's different. Everybody has their own methods usually to when they crochet a certain project. So if that works the best for you, I give you a thumbs up and an applaud. No, not an anniversary cake. It's I think it's called I Want to Make a Blanket or something like that. And it's like a size 5 plush yarn. Ah. Okay, so Dean says to DianaDee, I didn't do the friendship blanket last year. And supposedly the C2C is also pretty easy. A lot of people enjoy that one too. But like I said, I've only done it one time. And it was with the plush yarn. I've never done it like with yarn like this. So. Now I'm thinking about cake. Oh, you're working on a new fairy. Oh, you'll have her finished today? Cool. Cool, cool. I thought you got an anniversary yarn and never chose a pattern to use it. I've never owned an anniversary cake. I know they're supposed to be very, very cool and very pretty when worked up. But they were always out of my price range. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll wait on that. Maybe I'll find one on clearance. Never did. So. Oh, I just realized Seta was here. I need to mark her off as attending live. Seta, if you are still here, I have you on my list of gifted members still. You were there as of the 1st. So you could still possibly, actually, you did leave a comment at some point this month because I have that checked off. And you just got marked off for attending a live. So that means your name will go in, Seta, if you are still here. I don't either. But it was, that one was not a true plush yarn, really. It was the plush yarn I don't like is the ones that have the string in the middle and the fuzzy all around it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the kind I can't stand because you can feel the string tighten when you're crocheting, and it's hard to find your stitches unless you use a lot bigger hook. I had already stopped buying yarn by the time the anniversary cakes came out. Yeah. Hey, Karen JSP, welcome in. Lurking while figuring a fix via YouTube. Well, that is fine. I hope whatever you're looking up to fix, you can fix it or find something to help you fix it. Welcome in. I mean, I did say hello, Vicky. She says, and I'm here. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it. Make sure I'm on live chat. Any pattern ideas hair on crystal cakes. Is there, or is there, my tongue is getting tied. Okay. Are those solid or are the crystal cakes variegated? Oh, washing machine error. Well, hopefully you can fix it. Oh, you're welcome, Seta. And Patricia found some peanut butter fudge cookies. Well, good. Yum. That actually sounds really, really good. Blanket hello as I'm going back to spinning. Speaking of spinning, the sit and spin this Friday, I will be spinning yarn for the sit and spin this week. And it will be on Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. And also Bridget will be with me. Thank you, Vicki. Wrong notebook. And her message is blanket hello to all. Thank you so much, Vicki. Yeah, it's been a couple of months. The sit and spins just kind of turned into regular lives. We didn't actually do any spinning on them. So, but this time I will be spinning yarn. Oh, love the magic spinning. Sort of a striped variegated. Let's see. So, maybe a shawl. You know, like an easy pattern where it would not take away from the design of the what am I trying to say? Like variegated, and y'all have known this. Like when I've done knitting in the past, when you knit something with the variegated yarn, it takes away. It's too colorful for you to see the pattern. So I would find a pattern that's crocheted that's not too designed, like have too much design in it is what I'm trying to say. So something simple that will show off the colors better than the design. Hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes it can be, as long as I'm not like pushing myself to do a live sale. If I'm spinning just to spin, then yes, it can be very relaxing. And no, I have not done anything. I have a couple of things I actually did start a project when I first started spinning, but I knew it wasn't going to be enough. I had about 400 yards less than what I needed to finish the shawl, and honestly, I don't remember how I had spun the stripes, because it was supposed to come out of stripe yarn, and I know I had messed up at some point, so I had kind of frogged that project, but I still had that yarn. I just never made anything yet. Now I did, there was something else I had tested, like stitch-wise for myself. I never went real far with it though. Not defined striping, kind of shaded. Yeah, rectangle wrap would be would be nice. The problem with getting beautiful in magic yarn is finding the right project. Very true. Very true. I find spinning very zen. It can be, yes. I mean, it definitely can be. Like when I turn on a movie and I'm just sitting there, you know, kind of spinning away and not really pressuring myself or worrying about this or trying to hurry up and get this done. And so I can start on this one or have a goal. Like I got to get 6 hanks of yarn done in this amount of time. You know, I mean, if I have time to just sit and spin and relax and not be pressured by time, yes, it can be very, very zen. Like this Friday, I will be spinning something for me out of my, I guess, my stash of fiber. So it's not going to be like something I got to get done for somebody else or for the live sale or anything like that. You know, it's just going to be something fun to spin. And I think it's a fiber I had not spun yet. So that's, yeah, don't time myself. I never do. Well, sometimes I do. Like I'll sit down and look at the time. Okay, so it's 9:02, you know, and then I'll be like, I wonder what time it is when I get done or take a break. Oh, that's 35 minutes. Okay. Well, that's not bad for a halfway point or something like that. You know, I don't actually time myself all the time or anything like that. But it's so mind blowing to me. I know, Patricia. Let's see. Just checking my gifted member list. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Checking them off. Almost missed Karen's comment. Textured stitches are hard to see in short color changes. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. Not worth the fancy stitch combination. Simple lace can be okay. Yeah, yeah, something like that. Wow. You once timed yourself and it took 14 hours to spin 2 singles and ply them together. Wow. I found an alligator bead crochet pattern on YouTube, like your big alligator. I think I'm gonna make a small one. That would work. I mean, if you adjust the yarn size and the hook size and all that, it would definitely come out a lot smaller. I'm probably sure, I mean, I'm pretty sure Diana, she did it in several breaks because I don't think anybody could sit and spin for 14 hours. I know I can't. After about an hour, I've got to get up. Yes. And that's also why I don't ply. It takes time to spin both of them and ply and all of that. That's not including what we spinners have to do to prep the yarn to after it's been spun. You know, like you have to figure out yardage. You have to put it on a nitty knotty from the bobbin it's sitting on, and then put ties in somehow so it don't just fall apart. And then you have to soak it and dry it and all of that. And that takes time too. My record is about 4 hours straight. Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did. Mine hurts after about an hour and a half if I don't get up. And then I pay for it later. So, but I do have a pillow I sit on now. Also, not counting dyeing or washing. Yes, if you dye your own yarn after you spin it, that takes time too. Yeah, very true. You have, like, you spin the yarn, then you have to soak it to set the twist. And then you dry it sometimes if you want it to be, you know, set completely. Then you soak it again if you're going to dye it with, um, you soak it with vinegar if you're using food coloring. And then, you know, all of that time dyeing it and then having to let it sit, get room temperature after dyeing it and all that, you know, then you got to rinse it out, hang it up to dry again. So, and plus, yes, the high cost of it's all adds up. That's why I don't dye yarn that often, because even if I'm spinning, that's like several days just for 2 hanks of yarn, involving spinning it up, hanking it up, and all of that. Yeah. So that's why I don't dye hand spun yarn very often at all. There's just way too much. It is a lot of work. It is. Aw. Well, that is an awesome way to look at it, Patricia. I actually have 2 hanks from Bridget. A green one and a pink and, is it pink and black or pink and purple? I can't remember. It's sitting right on my yarn shelf too. I got the rare hand-dyed, hand-spun crystal yarn. Yes, you did. You ended up getting it and made a beautiful shawl out of it. That made my heart real happy. Really, really did. Seeing it, all that work go into that shawl, that you know, like I spun the 4 hanks up and then dyed 2 at a time, but I tried to make sure it was the same colorway, you know, might have been slight difference, but you know, yeah. I think I've only dyed my hand spun 2 times actually. So I mean, I haven't done it very, I dyed yarn like back in, I think 2020 and 2021, but it was not my yarn. I was buying wool and dyeing it, just practice dyeing it. But my dyeing my actual hand spun yarn, I've only done that 2, maybe 3 times. And one time I just dipped it in the pot and turned it a blue color or teal color. So, ow. It's an amazing feeling seeing your yarn babies grow up into something amazing. Very, very true, Bridget. Very, very true. Yes. Like all of that work that went into making that yarn and then seeing somebody use it, it is the best feeling in the world. Best feeling. I'm so happy. I used the Happy Shawl pattern. It was a mat made in yarn. My mom actually just messaged me, good morning. Again, on a live, my mom messages me, never fails. It was a beautiful yarn. It was pink, orange, yellow. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. I had 4 colors. What were they? Yellow, orange, yellow, pink, and blue is what it was. It was supposed to represent a sunset, but where the blue, light blue, and the pink met, made a little bit of purple, so it was really kind of cool looking. Thank you. Yeah, I finally remembered it was it was that. Now I don't know if I could replicate that again. I mean, it would not be the same color, same exact color strips, you know, but my mom just messaged again. Hello, are y'all doing okay? I can't really message her and say yes because I would have to message her on that phone. Trisha goes, haha, hi mom. My mom does that when I'm filming. I know you said that before too. Aw, thank you, Seta. Yes, I did do a video on dyeing it. Yeah. Yes, I did. I don't remember exactly. I know it was this year, a couple of months ago. So, and I sped it up because it was so long. I mean, I really sped it up. I sound like a chipmunk talking when I do talk. I actually tried to slow it down when I would say something, but I sped up the video where I'm actually dyeing pretty fast, so it wouldn't take up a lot of time. I'm gonna try and pull up Facebook to message her. I don't want her to worry because I didn't answer. It's also raining here, so I bet she's, you know, kind of like, are y'all okay? No, what are you doing? Darn thing. It's not wanting to work. I don't know what about. I think it would be so cool to see a video from spinning dyeing. I didn't show me spinning it, but I did show me dyeing it. Who is Brenda? I don't see her. I don't know who you're talking about. Do I have somebody listed in Nightbot as Brenda? It's still loading. What is going on? Finally, it pops up. Hopefully she'll get it. That's sending. We'll send already. I'm listening and thought you said Brenda. Did I? there a name that may be close to Brenda that I said? I would have just answered her on the phone, but it would have kicked me out. It would have taken me to Messenger. So I would have disappeared off the live. So I was trying to send it from the web browser, but it's just sitting there. It might let me reply without. Okay, the phone's gonna shake. Hold on. I said, yes, we're okay. I'm live now. Okay, it's sent there. There we go. Close this out. Okay. Earthquake. Oh, it's okay, Sally. I could have said something similar to the word Brenda. I really don't remember what. So every time I leave the chat on YouTube and go somewhere else, it makes my video behind. So anyway, so what is everybody else working on? I know Sally's spinning, and Angela's working on triangles. And so what is everybody else crocheting or knitting? Coffee's already cold. Dang, we've already been live 48 minutes. Really? And I know Patricia's gonna go, no, just 10 minutes. Because that's what she always does. I love when she says that though. The phone, I'm watching the TV and they get out of sync. Yes, yes. I that happens here too. It definitely is irritating. Just 10. Nah, just 10 minutes. Well, it's a quick 10 minutes. It's that I was gonna say like some kind of time distortion. Have 31 rounds left on her fairy. Awesome, Bridget. Oh, thank you. Thank you, DianaDee. We just hit the goal. Thank you, thank you. I was trying to heart it and it moved up. There we go. Diana Crane says, I'm making in the round blanket from Creative Grandma. I haven't seen that one. I bet that one's going to turn out pretty. Thank you so much, DianaDee. All right, so that means we will draw extra names at the end, and everybody that did supers gets an extra 2 added on. All right, so Kendra, Dina, Vicky, DianaDee. Well, Kendra, Dina, and Vicky, you'll all get 3, and then Diana, you get 6, 3 for each of the last 2 that you did. So. Hi, MichelleJ, welcome in. Oh, you're doing an American flag blanket, or you're gonna start an American flag blanket. And you were working on a veterans blanket, C2C. Cool. Me too. I like seeing that goal. I try to make it a little, you know, easy to reach, you know. Did I just write on myself like I always do? I thought I did. I like the confetti too. Okay, I will do that for sure, Patricia. Let's get rid of that. It's on my chat. There we go. You said DianaDee. Okay. I learned some new stitches doing it. Doing the round blanket from Creative Grandma. Awesome. Isn't it nice to learn something new? Well, see, DianaDee, she's not eligible to win for 2 months. She won in the June giveaway, so she's donating her entries. So yeah. Oh, you're knitting a test pattern, Seta? That's cool. It's a scarf. The X stitch? I'm not sure I've seen that one. You're gonna do a ripple one? Cool. And you taught me something too. Well, good. I'm gonna try to do a tutorial. Trying to get my pin stuck on my paper so I don't accidentally write on myself. Anyway, I will try to do the tutorial on the granny square, how to start it and how to keep going in case y'all are interested. It would be something fairly quick, maybe like a 10-minute tutorial, start to finish. So I think it would be fairly easy. I might do that. Don't really have much to do tomorrow, so I could probably do that tomorrow and get it uploaded this weekend. Okay, yeah. I have seen that done. I just didn't know what it was called. It's just crossed double crochet. Yes, yes, yes. I have seen that done. Well, then I will definitely do it. I think it, like I said, I think it would go fairly quick. Unless I mess up a lot or hit the camera and then have to start over or say the wrong things, because that all does happen when you're filming. So, but yeah, I would imagine just crocheting it would be fairly easy, you know, on camera. Unlike the cat amigurumi, that was so difficult. When it got to the point of being so big, it was so strange to crochet it on camera because of how big it was. And I only had a certain amount of space to film in. So when it was you know, huge, and I'd have to turn it. It's like I almost had to stand up at certain points just to do the stitch and stay in frame. I'd like that. Oh, okay. So at least 2 of y'all are interested in it. Well, that's good. Hopefully it'll help you on. I know KimG was asking about that too. So that's at least 3 people that it would help. So 12-pointed flag blanket. Oh, cool, cool. Interesting. Oh no, that's so totally sucks. Sorry about my language, but that really does. Um, that stinks about your tripod. I found one on, was it Walmart.com? I think for maybe under $15. And it has the ring light, it has the holder for the phone, and it clips to a table. And it uses a USB as the power source for the light. It does not come with the adapter that plugs in the wall, but it has the USB port on it. If I can find the exact one, I can send you the link for it. And it's actually the one I'm using right now here. Yeah, sometimes those do break easy. Sometimes you have to really baby those. I had one that was a true tripod that it had the 3 legs, and luckily you could change out the head part that hold the phone. Because I had that break, and luckily I had another one that I could fit on there. If I hadn't have had that, I wouldn't have been able to keep filming. So, hey Terry, welcome in. How you doing? I think it might be for a phone. Well, the one I'm using, it's for a phone. So, I mean, if you use a camera, they probably have a different adapter you could buy for it, I guess. I don't really know. I use my phone for everything though. So, yeah, I'm gonna write myself a note. Ouch. Just jabs a piece of paper. I got a paper cut yesterday, but it didn't bleed from opening a thing of milk. It was it was so weird. Okay, I got me a note so I won't forget to email you, Patricia, for the link of the tripod. It actually might even been a little less than 15. Like it might have been 15 after tax and shipping, I think. Hi, DianneMajor, welcome in. Hi, everyone in the chat, just dropping in as going to the doctor appointment. I'm thinking you and my doctor are in cahoots. Well, no, I am definitely not in cahoots with your doctor. But welcome in, and I hope your eye appointment goes. Or wait, it's not an eye appointment, is it? Doctor, just a doctor appointment. Well, I don't know how I end up reading that as like an eye doctor. And DianaDee has been a member for 30 months. Thank you so much. Wow, 30 months. Amazing. I love my standing extended arm tripod. Great for overhead recording. Yeah, this one definitely wherever you clip it, you can like it has a good grip. Like the I guess you could call it a jaw, you know, kind of like how it clamps down the clamp part. It's really good and it stays in position. And these have like the camera one is about that long and the light one is like twice as long. So you can definitely move them around where you need to. What's up with that? Laugh out loud. Sending love to all and of them. Well, thank you so much, DianneMajor. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the leg was cheap. The legs were cheap on it. Terry went through the same thing. Her physical therapy appointments were also when I was live. Well, hello, DianneMajor. I'll type that in the chat so she can see it. You're welcome, Patricia. Who give me commission? I don't earn any commission for anything except actually I don't even earn anything for that. So I was gonna say my merch, but I do make a little bit of money off my merch, but I don't sell much. So it's funny. I was late today to 3 lives because my pain doctor appointment ran very late today. Oh. Hey, but at least you're here. Oh, he's good. He's due in September. Your mama and baby are doing well. Good. Good, good, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Patricia. Doctor in cahoots. You really amaze me at how you are learning so well and on your own. It's going well, actually. I mean, I'm still beginner, but it's going. I'm learning something new every day, new words. Sometimes they stick, sometimes they don't. I wish I could put a sideways laughing face. Oh, she got called back, so she probably won't see it. Oh, she's gonna wait in the room for an hour. The only reason I'm typing in the chat because I know she can't hear me. So, aw. Well, I could have, but it takes forever to load the laughing emoji. It is still raining. We needed the rain though. I was never valedictorian at anything. I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I can't form sentences on my own. I wouldn't be able to give you the past, present, or future tense verb endings right off the bat. I'd have to go look it up. I only know maybe a handful of words, a couple of sayings. I'm still trying to figure out how to actually read everything and sound it out properly. I'm still a beginner. But I mean, I've only been studying 2 months as of July 8th. And I still enjoy it. So would y'all put my neighbor Martha and Mr. Fulmore on the prayer list, please? He had a bad fall yesterday and needed platelets to resolve bleeding. They are in their 80s. Yes, definitely, Summer. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully everything goes well with them for some time now and don't have the level of understanding that you do. Hey, but it's a different language. You're not learning the same one. So you have 3 different, writing systems in one. This is one of the easiest writing systems to learn alphabet-wise. So, I mean, that's different right there, So it's similar, but it's still different. And the structure is the same, subject, object, verb, but I'm pretty sure it's still, a lot. And I'm still having problems with certain vowels, but there's like 21 vowels. What's up? There's like specifically 3 vowels that trip me up, actually. Well, actually 4. The 4 compound vowels. The regular vowels I get. It's the compound vowels that I still have problems with. Other than that, I can remember certain sounds. And I can remember certain phrases, of course, because I love coffee. Now, there are 2 very close words. Coffee is coffee. P is nosebleed. So if you go in and you say coffee, you say, oh, that means nosebleed, please. But if you say caw, like caw, like a crow sound, caw, that is the right pronunciation for coffee. Coffee. Coal, saying K-O, coal, would be the wrong one for coffee. I have learned that because, yeah. Oh, definitely summer. I need to go back and write there. Martha and I think I passed it. Here it is. And then I watched something very interesting yesterday from one of the channels that I really like, which is Talk to Me in Korean. And it was talking about how you're listening. Like, why is spoken Korean so hard to understand? And then he talked about a certain subject that made a lot more sense to me. Like, why I can only catch certain words here and there that I actually know, but everything else is just kind of like jumbled. And I'm like, huh? Okay, I heard him say camera, but, and I know just like they're talking about a camera, but I can't catch anything else. The reason being is because your speaking level is always under your listening level. So listening versus speaking, if you're a slow speaker, you can only hear as good as your speaking level, you know? So that made a lot of sense. Hi, Demetra, welcome in. How you been? Yes, the way they say things is weird for our mouths to produce. Yes, it is. It's pronounced kohi. Kohi in Japanese. Interesting. Interesting. Now, did I pronounce that right? Kohi, or is it different? We have that first symbol almost looks like the same symbol for D a little bit, but the other way, like flipped. It looks like our a square C actually for our D, R D, for the Korean D sound. Well, see, the pronunciations must be a little similar then. Interesting. Cool. That's the, now is that pronounced in 4 syllables? Katakana? Maybe? It is mostly for Japanese words. More English words are. Ah, you know, and see, a lot of the Koreanized English words sound very similar to the English pronunciation. Like, one of the ones on the top of my head is tennis. Tennis. So that would be tennis, like tennis. What else? Like coffee, coffee kind of sounds like it. I don't think that's actually like an English Korean word. Now computer, the way they say computer is very, very similar. Computer. So that's very interesting too. There's a lot of words that even ice cream. I was like, I heard that one time and I'm like, hey, I know what that is. That's ice cream. Before I ever even learned what it was, I was like, interesting. I picked up on that. Anyway, so yeah, that's cool. Is mostly for the Japanese words and more English words are katana. Okay. Katakana. I said that wrong the first time. The second time technically. But yeah. I also watched some kind of video yesterday where sounds the same, and ice cream sounds like cream. Ice cream. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're very, very similar. And like if one of the words to make it more Korean sounding, they add su on the end, su. So it's like box, box. So they just add the su on the end. Bye, Seta. Have a good day. But anyway, yeah. So I think it's actually raining for a little bit. Might be dripping off the house, but it's at least stopped raining. Hey, Alley Cat Crochet, welcome in. I am marking you off for attending a live. And I did see you comment somewhere at some point because you're checked off. So your entry as a gifted member, even though it rolled off, you were there as of the 1st. You will go in for this month's giveaway. So just so you know. Huh? Well, I do that with everybody. Whoever is there on the 1st. Yeah, because the month started over. And so whoever as a gifted member is there on the 1st, even though maybe they have 2 days left or 10 days, it don't matter. It starts over and there we go. Yes, yes. And last month, actually, out of gifted members, I think only very few of them went in, honestly. I had almost 2 full pages of, let me see, 57, 58, 59. Out of 64 that were on the list for last month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13 people went in. That's it. Out of 64. They did not do what they were supposed to. They didn't attend a live, or they didn't comment, or it was one of the others. So, I mean, the people that go in, I appreciate y'all for doing, you know, commenting and coming to a live, even if it's just once a month. I appreciate y'all doing that. Is back channel drive? No, she was no. Rules are rules. And if they only comment on the monthly giveaway video, that don't count. That does not count. They will get an entry as a comment in the monthly giveaway, but that don't help with a gifted membership. You have to comment on something that is not a giveaway throughout the month for it to count. So if you only comment on the monthly giveaway, then that ain't doing it. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, but rules are rules. So, but it also weeds out the people that don't want to get entered. So they know, okay, I might attend a live, but if I don't comment, then I won't get entered. So they do know that. Some, and then some, just like you said, most people don't pay attention. Or they don't even know they get gifted. Or they forget. Yeah. So. I mean, there's so many of them that's why I started this, because I would draw somebody that got gifted a membership and they never even once came to my channel. They didn't even know that they got gifted a membership. They didn't know that they had won. And then I have to wait 5 days after drawing their name before I can draw a new winner and all of that. So, I mean, it's, you know, it weeds out the people that do not go to that channel or my channel. is what I mean. You know, if they don't come to my channel and they're just a subscriber floating in YouTube as a number, but don't participate and they get gifted a membership, then they're going in unknowingly. So that's why I did that starting in November of last year. It weeds out the people that are not active. Really don't like to enter giveaways. I can understand. Yeah, that's very true. Some people like Barry, he don't want to be entered in the giveaway, and if he wins entries, he always gives them away. You know, so even though we always say we'll make it more towards a guy and take out the yarn or offer a prize to, you know, but for compensation, like I could send him seeds. I know he does gardening. I could send him seeds and stuff, but he don't want to be entered, so I can understand that. Looks like your actual rain should be high. Looks like your actual rain should start moving around 3:30ish. The entire area just looks like everything evaporates suddenly. It probably does. It's been so humid, but it's been a continuous rain since I think about 3 or 4 this morning. I make sure to never comment on a video just in case. Silently watching that. But see, you could always donate your entries, is what I always tell you, Bridget. If your name is ever drawn, you can pick who it goes to, or if you participate in the entry giveaway, you could give them, like Yarny Cat. She won last month. She was one of the 4 winners, and she each live since then she has given her entries away. And also if she was ever drawn, like her membership is still going in this month, even though she's not eligible, it still goes in. If she gets picked by chance from that one thing, then she could pick who it wants to go, like who she would want the giveaway to go to, or she could just say redraw. So, I mean, there's always that. You don't have to enter for the prize. You could always enter to give the entries to somebody. When you've said everything once and they ask questions over and over how to enter. Exactly. Yes, but I answer again, you know. So, but it happens. Most of the time it's new people coming to the channel, you know, and you've got to state it again for people, which that's understandable, you know. A lot of y'all listen pretty well though. And y'all been here long enough to know how everything works. It's also kind of discouraging when like I did that Dollar General tutorial last year, the year before. I don't remember when I did it, but like I put in the title, not a DG channel, because I kept getting people subscribing to me just because they thought I was Dollar General channel. And I'm like, no. And even in the description box and in the pinned comment, I stated, please do not subscribe to me. I am not a Dollar General channel, because they would subscribe and then they'd unsubscribe because then they'd find out I was not a Dollar General channel. And I'm like, look, no, stop. So I changed the title of the video, but they still subscribe under that video. And I'm like, pay attention, people. I need to change the thumbnail is what it is. I need to change it. Not a GG channel, but here is a good tutorial, which it's one of my most watched videos since I did it. So yeah, a couple of y'all said, hey, can y'all do a tutorial on the DG app? And I did. And I did it for y'all, you know, but others watch it, but then they don't pay attention, you know. They see I do mostly yarn or this or that, and they're like, well, why did I subscribe? Yeah, well, Pay attention. Yeah, but it's okay. Momo's saying it doesn't cost anything for them to subscribe, you know? It don't. But if they're not interested in that, they're not going to stick around and stay subscribed. Why is my chat not updating? I see this going on over here, but it's not. I guess I need to refresh my browser. I saw Jennifer Redgate come in, but I was waiting for it to show up over here. It's not. Come on. I'm refreshing. Hi, Denise. Welcome in. Refreshing my browser. I can't see the chat except for one comment or two at a time. So, hi, Heidi. Welcome in. Come on. My browser's froze too. There we go. Get off top chat. What? It just opened the ad to thrift books. I was trying to, it moved my chat down. I was trying to go off of top chat and onto live chat, and it popped up the little square box for the ad, and it took me to thrift books. Which is actually, that's funny. That's where I bought the 2 books recently, last month. All right, let's try this again. Live chat. Oh, it did? Yeah, I've had that happen in the past a couple of times where the chat would get stuck and I'd have to refresh. But I was not watching from StreamYard. I'm watching from YouTube. What? That's that one, I guess. I mean, I don't have I might have one, but it might be too small. This is okay. You could put some tissue paper in there. I'd take those stickers off the top though. Yeah. Let's see. I was very blessed this month. Thought a lot of my bucket list wins can be crossed off. I'm happy for other people to win. Aw. Wanders in with a cup of coffee and rubbing her eyes. Howdy, y'all. All I read that as y'all. Welcome in, Heidi. And I'm working on my last cup of coffee also, so I understand. And welcome in, Jennifer Redgate and DeniseLee. That was my first time ordering from the thrift books, actually. So fire department coffee, of course. I don't drink anything else. No. I don't know if I've ever had that one. I know I have had some weird name. Not your normal like Maxwell House, Folgers. It was, I don't remember the name of it. But I don't think I've ever had that kind. Also drinking coffee, but that's pretty much all day. I don't drink more than 3 cups of coffee. Sometimes if I really say I only had 2 cups of coffee in the morning, I might have like a cold coffee in the afternoon at some point, but I try to limit it to only 3, but also something weird about me, I won't drink more than the 3rd cup. You know, like if I make a 4th one, half of it I might drink and then the rest gets wasted. So coconut flavored coffee is my favorite. Oh, donut shop. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had that flavor, but I do like coconut. We all do except my brother. No, she's meaning the coffee flavor is that. I like hazelnut creamer in my coffee, but coffee is the lifeblood. Yep. Yes, it is. Make cold brew coffee. Yeah, that's kind of what I do sometimes.
Maybe I'll get back other times. If not,
Or
it does come, just leave the contract on the
okay. Oh, okay. I am making the swimsuit cover up for my granddaughter, making pattern as I go and not liking the neck area at all. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, DeniseLee. Yeah. Bye. Well, I thought it did. She's going into town and she goes, well, I thought it stopped raining. Shoot. And I said, I thought it did too. I've had that one. Yeah, I've had that coffee summer. Being retired fire department and used to drinking coffee at all hours, I can sleep just fine after drinking it. You know, if I have too much caffeine in the evening, I guess because I don't drink coffee all day anymore, I would get the jitters when I did, and I did not like how my hands would shake. I couldn't do a lot. So I try to limit it to 3. Plus, like I said, if I drink more than 3, I won't finish the 4th one completely anyway. So like yesterday, we went into town. There are $4 Generals that are doing the remodels. That means where they put certain things on sale that they can't stock in a what are those called? The big metal like shipping containers. They bring one of those to the store and then they move everything out of the store that can withstand being in there. Hey, Barry. And so like they get rid of their cold stuff, the frozen stuff. And 2 of them yesterday put their cold items and frozen items on 70% off yesterday. And we went to 2 stores, those 2 stores, and we spent about close to $200 on food that would have costed over $600. That's how much she saved. And it was 3 different times we checked out. Once at one store, then we went to the next one, and then we met up with my mom and gave her a few things and gave some to my mom's friend. And then we went back to the last store because I wanted to see if they had, we got things like DiGiorno pizzas and little bottles of milk and TGI Fridays, potato skins, all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to see, I only got 2 boxes of the potato skins, and I wanted to see if they had any more of those from the first store we went to, and they didn't have, but we got little bitty things of ice cream. I think we got 6 different little flavors. I got 2 from my mom and my brother. And then we got some Oreo cookie sandwich ice cream things and some fudge pops and some miniature, oh my God, what are they called? I could see them in my head. I hate when that happens. Anyway, it's the waffle cones with the vanilla ice cream, and it's dipped in chocolate. We got some, and they're like about that tall. That's it. I was like, oh my God, mini something and others, and I can't remember what they're called, but I loved those. Anyway, so we stocked up, and we ended up having, yes, drumstick. Thank you. Now I need to start taking that fish oil again, because that my memory is getting worse again. Might help me end up remembering more of the Korean than what I learned. But yeah, it's they're probably going to remodel. What they do on a remodel is they clear everything out of the store, either redo the floors, redo the shelves, redo checkout, redo whatever, you know. Just because every couple of years they have to do that. Has a coffee by a local to them Alabama coffee roaster that I want to try, but as little coffee as I can drink, I can justify buying a bag. You know, if they make if it's the caffeine that you can't have, maybe you find a decaf, or maybe like in half and half, like where it's half decaf, half caffeine. So that might be helpful. We're at an hour and 37 minutes. We got to do the entry giveaway. Stir up dust. Yes. That's they have to move everything out because the dust will stir up. You know, and honestly, it's funny you say that. No matter, like, if it's Folgers or Maxwell House, some decafs are so weak, no matter how strong you brew it. It just tastes weak. I cannot stand weak coffee. I hate it. I have to have either dark roast, or if it's a light roast, I add instant to it. I cannot stand weak, watered down coffee. And that's how decaf is to me, no matter how strong you brew it. Except for some of the K-Cups I've come across. They actually taste like regular coffee. But I do know what you mean about how it tastes like chemicals. There is this one I will not drink. No matter if it's regular or decaf, I stay away from it. It smells like cat pee. It's Green Mountain coffee. And I'm just like, I smell that and I swear to God, it smells like cat pee. And I'm just like, yeah, not, I threw it in the trash. I just like, no, no. My customers were Blind Dog Coffee. It turned blind as he got older, so this is business. If light can still pass through the coffee, it is not strong enough. True. So true. When you look at coffee and you can see through it, that should be the strength of tea. That is not coffee. Black silk, yes. Yes. That's a good one. Yes, I can look at it and tell Patricia says in coffee that does have the decaf, but I tried new Nescafe that was suggested in a group and had a reaction. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're attaching the arms? Oh, good. That's exactly what I said. That's tea, not coffee. Crazy. All right. Come on. Didn't want to. I started humming a song. I don't need to do that. I found this new song from BTS. It's not a new song. It's an old song from like 2014 or 2013. And I think it was like 2 days ago. I heard it in one of their episodes and I was listening to it and it got stuck in my head. And so I found it, you know, I found the music video, listened to it, and then a little bit later I had it stuck in my head, just a certain part. And now I can't, it's like I listened to it yesterday probably about 10 times. Because it's also a newer one to me. It's what am I doing? StreamYard. It's just stuck in there. Yeah. I don't actually know if I've heard that one. And it's from that cartoon, right? She even stands on her own. I so love making these beautiful. Aw. Well, that's cool. It's awesome when you have the amigurumi that will actually stand on their own. Your daughter hates the baby shark song. Funny. Oh, it's been roaming around your head. That's when, like, if I have something stuck in my head, normally I'll either go and listen to it, and then for a little while it calms it down. Like, I will have the song, just whatever part I have, go off in my head. Like, I start singing it, and it's like, shut up. Shut up. So I go and listen to it to try to get it out of my head, but then a couple hours later it comes back. I'm like, ugh. But this part of that song is like super catchy. Anyway. Hey, Mama Gwen, welcome in. I am marking you off for attending a live. All right, so your membership will go in, your gifted membership, even though it has rolled off, you were still there on the 1st. So off to work we go. Let's see. I'm trying to think. All right. So for the entry giveaway, we are going to use the word yay. Y-A-Y. Yay. Could have said yeah. Y-A. Yeah, that's true. I go and try to listen to a different song to get that one that's stuck in my head out of my head. It's oh, yeah, my life. It's a different version. I don't know if I've ever heard that. Hi, Mateo. Welcome in. My video over there is just now getting to where I showed the word yay. That's how far behind it is. We got 13 so far. I need to clean under my keyboard. Some of BTS's music, that are high, beats and fast beats, it would be good for, cardio workout too, I think. That's what my mom said. She goes, man, that song right there you're listening to, that would be great for cardio. And I'm like, okay. I don't do cardio workout. I just kind of dance along and bob, bob my head and dance and do what I can. There's some videos, like I watched the music video, the dance practice video to certain songs, and it would, I was like, man, that's a cool part that's right there. I wish I could do that, but like with the way my back is fused and all that, they do a lot of like slow to fast movements, and yeah, I can't do that. Like when I practiced 2 weeks for that 2.0 dance, I still wasn't as good as it could have been, but I got to a point like I don't think I'll get any better, so that's why I did the video. But I mean, just the way my back and the way I move, I knew I wouldn't get any better, even if I practiced. It just, yeah, no. They kind of transport around the floor. Yes, they do. They kind of just, they move so quick. And like when they're doing the dance practices and you can see them in the dance studio, I don't know why, but when you can hear their sneakers squeak on the floor, I love that. That shows, I don't know, how hard they've worked, because their footwork is also important too, but yeah. And then there was a couple of videos where I watched reaction videos, like people watching BTS for the first time. And they're like, yeah, I didn't think I'd like this artist, but after watching this, man, I can see what the fuss is. And I'm like, yeah, you can now, huh? And there was this one guy, he goes, I think I'm Army now. After like 2 or 3 videos, he goes, yeah, I'm definitely Army. And I'm like, okay. They do. They work very hard. And for 13 years they've been together. You know how hard it'd be to be with the same people for 13 years, you know? They get along great, but they can bicker with each other, but their personalities are so different that they get along really well. If they were very similar in personalities, I think they would conflict too much. But they have come so far since their debut in 2013. Yes, they are very much like brothers. They call each other brother. So I'm not into the whole K-pop scene. I don't listen to other groups, but I just am into BTS, and they amaze me. Yeah, they do. Okay, don't hit that key. All right, we got 14 already. So I need to switch notebooks. And I remember Patricia said that she wanted her entries to go to DianaDee if her name was drawn. Sorry, I got the hiccups now. All right, we're gonna go ahead and draw. So good luck, everybody. First one. Summer. And it just changed to 15 as I was drawing. I think Demetra got in there. So I'm glad you got in there. All right, so Summer, congratulations. All right, next. I don't know what the Mateo, I ended up dumping me out of the room. What? I'm confused. Congrats, Mateo. All right, next. Dina. Dina. Congrats, Dina. Next. The Naked Snail, Demetra. Congrats. I hit some. Oh, you hit a key and it threw you out of the chat. I don't know why. I thought it was something like you fell on the ground. I thought you maybe fell on the ground or your coffee was spilt on the ground. I was confused. All right, so we had. All right, next. Good luck. Yarny Cat. And it goes to DianaDee. Okay, next. Oh, you have bed rails? Well, good. I'm glad you have bed rails so you don't fall. Terry, congratulations. Hello, Trey Joiner. Welcome in. Diana D says, congratulations, Yarny Cat and me. Well, congratulations. All right, I got choked up. Congrats, Heidi. I don't know what happened there. I think I inhaled dust or something. Something just got the back of my throat. Heidi. Congratulations. All right, next. I think the phone is ringing, but I can't tell. Or I think so. Congrats, Denise. Okay, next. Good luck. Diana D, congratulations. Right, 3 more to go. Good luck. Sally, congratulations. Next. Alley Cat Crochet. Congrats, Kimberly. All right, so we only have 4 more left. I'll probably go ahead and give everybody entries. Karen JSP, congrats. So that'll be a total of 15 names. Right, so the last 3 are Kim, Angela, and Diana Crane. All right, KimG, congrats. Now it'll only let me draw 1 more, so it will be whoever is picked and then give them to Sally, okay? Angela and Diana Crane. So Diana Crane and then Angela. Angela W. All right. Diana and Angela, and then Kim said give them to Sally. All right, there we go. Like the sheep sound the best. I think it's the goat, but that one. Yeah. I gotta get batteries put in that so I can do the screaming goat one again. All righty. Thank you so much, DeniseLee, for gifting a membership. That's so sweet. Terry, you got it. Congratulations. Congrats, Terry, on the gifted membership. Let me write you down on my list, Terry, real quick, and mark you off for attending live. All right. Just make sure you go comment somewhere on a video that's not a giveaway. Your favorite is the kitten. Thank you, Patricia. Best 10 minutes I ever spent. Aw. Well, I'm glad it don't feel like forever for you. Thank y'all for being here. If you're not familiar with the phrase that I have learned, thank you in Korean is 감사합니다. But actually, I just recently figured out that they don't pronounce the whole thing. So it's 감사합니다. 감사합니다. So, I mean, you might hear me say both things. 감사합니다. It's the more formal, polite version. But I try to stick to the more formal, best for all situations. So, 감사합니다. 여러분, that means thank you, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate y'all. And so I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. And I will try to work on that tutorial for the granny square tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that in the next couple of days. I'll probably film it tomorrow, get it edited, and try to get it up maybe by Saturday. So I'm going to aim for Saturday or Sunday for the tutorial. Alrighty, everyone. Well, I hope y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all later. 안녕. No, I was going to say hello. 안녕히 가세요. Bye, y'all. Much love.